Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how I fill in my eyebrows two different ways. So I fill them in a natural way and then a more dramatic way. And yeah, it's been requested, so I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So the product I use for my eyebrows when I'm doing a more natural look is I use my Almay, what is this called? Almay Brow Defining Pencil in the color Brunette. This one, it has the pencil on one side and then the spoolie on the other, so it is very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I used to use that before this one, but then I found this one out. My mom is obsessed with this brow pencil, and once I started to use it, I have not stopped repurchasing this. This is just around $6 or $7, and I get mine at Ulta because they always have a sale for like 2 for the price of 1. And I know my eyebrows are looking a little bushy right now, but that's because I'm letting them grow out for a little bit so I can do a video on how I wax and trim and pluck them and all that stuff. So don't mind that, but I still work with them when they're bushy and, you know, bushy. Okay, so what I'm doing first is I'm grabbing the spoolie side and I'm just flicking my hairs up. I always start like this. I just like to fill in little areas that are looking a little bald. And I hold my pencil down here, not like up here, because if you hold it down here, oops, it gives you a more chance to have like a light hand. I'm very lightly making the line. I do like to have long eyebrows, so my tail does end about here. If you line the corner of your eye and kind of angle it up this way, that's a really good guide to know where your eyebrow tail should end. But of course, if you want it longer, then that's up to you, but that's where I usually stop. So you can tell I made that little line. I'm gonna make this a little bit more straight. Okay, so that's what I did. If you line the pencil with the very end of your pupil, like where you have the color, if you line it up at the very end of it, that's where your arch should be. So that's where my arch usually goes, and I don't do anything too big when I do them natural. I just kind of like add a little color up there so it gives it the illusion that I have like a natural arch. I don't do long strokes. I do very tiny little flicking motions because that mimics the appearance of having little tiny hairs, so it makes your eyebrows look fuller. So for the front of my eyebrow, I line it to the, like right here where my nose is, and I point it up, and that's where my eyebrow starts. I don't apply too much product to the front of my eyebrows. I do set it with an eyebrow gel. This is a L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Plumper, and mine is just in the clear gel, but they do have one that's like brunette and blonde, I think, but those are too light for me, so I just stick with the clear one. Oh, but trust me guys, eyebrow gel makes a huge difference. It makes your hair stay in place. So if you have really long thick eyebrows like me, if you don't apply a brow gel, they would get kind of like everywhere. This is how I do my natural brows. So Well, here's the difference. This one doesn't have too much color to it, doesn't have a perfect shape. And then this one does. This one has color, it's nicely shaped. So there's a difference. And I actually have an arch. This one I really don't. So I'm gonna clean it up and then I'm going to do my more dramatic eyebrow for you guys. So now it's time to do the more dramatic eyebrow, and I do my eyebrows really dramatic just when I have a lot of makeup on. I like them dramatic. Some people don't like my dramatic eyebrows, but the product I use is the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade dark brown. The brush I use to do my eyebrows is this one by Anastasia. I honestly don't know what number it is, but it's just the eyebrow brush because it has the angled brush on one side and then the spoolie on the other side. I grabbed the tiniest bit of dip brow because it's easier to start off with less product, because that way it's easier to build it up. I brush my eyebrows upward, and then when I'm doing this area right here, I keep my pencil flat like this. I don't have it upward like this, I have it flat on the side. And I usually start right here where I know my arch goes, and I press down and I just slowly start going towards the outer part of my eyebrow. So as you can tell, the dip brow is a lot darker than just a pencil, so that's why I love this product for a dramatic brow. Okay, so now when I'm done with that part, I brush my hairs downward and I start working on my arch. So I grab a little bit more. There's my arch. I know it looks a little weird, but it comes together. So after I do my arch, I just slowly start bringing it down. And I really want it to connect to the bottom line. Basically, you want to outline your eyebrow before you fill it in. It's just easier. Okay. So now with no extra product on my brush, just with what's left on the brush, I start working towards the front. Now for the front, I do the same thing. I just flick it up. So instead of having it down like this, like how when we do this part, we just wanna tilt it up this way. So when I have my dramatic eyebrow, I have to clean it up. The brush I use to do that is it's very similar to the Anastasia one, but this one is from Eco Tools and the end has another one, so I kind of buff it out with this end and then I apply it with this one. I really love my, what is this, LA Girl Pro Concealer. I normally squeeze it out and put it on the back of my hand. So I squeeze out tiniest bit because you really don't need that much. And then I kind of just like put it on the back of my hand. With my brush, I grab some concealer. So you just want to play, this is basically going to be your eraser. So place it anywhere where you see a little bit of your hairs peeping through, or if you kind of did a mistake. Now the next thing I apply to my eyebrow is the same brow gel that I used on my natural brow. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any recommendations for my next video, feel free to leave that comment down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Follow me on my social medias. I'll have the links down below. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!